and good day. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz from eTurboNews, and this is a breaking news update. For more news updates and shows, please go to youtube.com/travelnewsgroup, youtube.com/travelnewsgroup. Here's our update.
Key European tourism challenges highlighted at Slovenian Forum. It is time to address the shortcomings of tourism industry that have resulted from the expansion in the last 50 years and transform tourism into a much greener, digital and inclusive industry. Bled Strategic Forum is an international conference in Central and Southeastern Europe. COVID-19 pandemic has posed many questions for tourism. The role of tourism at the EU level needs to be rethought. The Bled Strategic Forum has evolved into a leading international conference in Central and Southeastern Europe. The 16th edition took place the 31st of August to the 2nd of September in a hybrid form. The tourism panel held on the 2nd of September brought together top experts from Slovenia and renowned institutions, including EC, UNWTO, WTTC, OECD, etc., HOTREC, ECM, to discuss the future of European tourism. Prominent international and Slovenian experts, guests, panelists and representatives of Slovenian tourism were addressed by Minister of Economic Development and Technology Zdravko Posovalšek, Director General for the Internal Market, Industry, Entrepreneurship and SMEs at the European Commission Kirsten Jorna, Director of the Slovenian Tourist Board MSC. Maha Pak, Director of Regional Department for Europe at UNWTO Professor. Alessandra Priante and Director of the Portugal National Tourist Board and President of the European Tourism Commission, etc., Luis Araujo. COVID-19 pandemic has posed many questions for tourism. Among the most pressing ones are survival and recovery, along with the transformation of the tourism industry into more resilient and sustainable one. Despite the difficult situation, optimistic forecasts of key international tourism institutions are on the rise. This year's tourism panel has discussed the question, what will the future bring to European tourism? Panelists agreed that the pandemic has had a major impact on tourism industry and posed many challenges, as well as opportunities. It is time to address the shortcomings of tourism industry that have resulted from the expansion in the last 50 years and transform tourism into a much greener, digital and inclusive industry. Key conclusions identified at the panel were: tourists' confidence in travel needs to be rebuilt. Travel protocols and communication and coordination between the member states concerning travel restrictions, COVID tests and quarantine rules need to be improved. Roadmap for sustainable transition is necessary. New performance indicators are needed. Digital transformation of the tourism industry needs to be supported and promoted. Investments and EU funding allocation towards sustainability and digitalization of the tourism industry is required. The role of tourism at the EU level needs to be rethought. DMO transition in their role to actively facilitate the industry transition process to green, inclusive and digital needs to be supported.
Thank you for listening to our news update. There's more on youtube.com/travelnewsgroup, or you can read us, of course, in going to our news portal at eTurboNews.com or travelnews.online.